morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Dalton. This is Hanson Farms Foot My Farm YouTube channel. Gonna pump some manure today. Last week we had this big lagoon just about spanked so we could start digging sand, and we got close to a foot of rain. Not a foot of rain. Got over an inch of rain this weekend. A couple hard gusts, which led to a lot of water in the lagoon. So we're back up. Kind of lost all the progress that we had made last week, part of it. So yeah, we're gonna get to work here. Got the dry hill lagoon pump. I do have the 8330 on. Let me show you how this all works here. This is a remote control, I don't know what you call it, board or whatever in that little box there. To power that, turn the lights on the tractor, push the power button, it connects. If it's blinking like that, it's connected. I don't know where it's set, but we'll turn the PTO on. I believe it's number 1 forward. To test that, I always use my nozzle. Okay, so it's, let me lift it up a little bit. Truck now. Let's just switch to agitate. Sometimes if I have it set too low on the floor, it doesn't like to pump, but it's pumping. So the first couple loads are always thick. We're gonna agitate while we're running today because, again, with the rainwater, that stuff gets foamy and is a pain in the butt. There are ways around that are not necessarily part of New York State's protocol. So we just try to avoid foam by just stirring until the manure is thick enough so it's not so watery. Those of you guys new to the channel, Haynesworth 7,500 gallon tank, 1988 Eagle, War Dog there. Yeah. Gonna run one truck today. Gonna try to get the rows that are farther away. That takes the spreader a minute to get back to the truck, and then I got a truck lined up for tomorrow, and we will really hammer down and hopefully get her sucked right out tomorrow. That's my tentative game plan. So all along, should be fun. I love having this bunk project done. It is just, it's such a nice spot to load trucks. You pull right up, you're on a flat, dry spot. Yeah, like I really like this. I am throughout the fall and winter gonna have to bring in stone and just keep that level. I don't like when the level of the stone is a lot lower than the level of the concrete. Over time that'll crack the concrete. So I'll just have to keep filling that in as it packs in. But yeah, super excited. Getting a load of soy in right now, so he's kind of going to be in my way. Maybe I can sneak underneath him. We will see. Caleb's headed out to run the spreader today. He just got back from taking animals to market. So, yeah, should be a good day, guys. Follow along. I rarely ever say it towards the beginning of a video, but hit that like and subscribe button right now. Just get it done and out of the way with. That way we can keep rolling here. Do that. Looks like McElroy's are getting right after it. They own everything to the left of the driveway here, so. Tis the season. So Caleb's just getting the spreader here. We'll load right above this tractor and cart. Take it to the far end of this field down by the road there. There is a driveway down there, but there's a new seeding field, so I won't have room to turn around without driving in the new seeding, which I really don't want to do. So we're just going to run the one truck today, which should space us out enough where he can still get to the very bottom and be completely fine. And then tomorrow, like I say, when he's doing this half of the field here, or these short rows, we'll run 2 trucks because it's quick unload, quick back to the truck. All right, it is 4:45. We're pulling in with the last load of the day here. Here about half hour now with the time change, it starts to get dark. So by the time these guys get it wrapped up, spread her empty, get her incorporated, it's dark. So we will pick up tomorrow. Got Greg coming out to help us. We did get a couple hours of light rain here this afternoon. You can tell it's a little sloppy. We're able to get turned around in the field here, and we got 20. This load 28. I think we did 28 loads today, so pretty solid day. 1 truck close by. Kept the oil warm, that's for sure. That mist is just enough to make my mirrors sloppy, my windows dirty. So while these guys are finishing up with their last load, I think I'm gonna head back and we'll rinse all the windows off, so that way in the morning when it's a tad frosty, we can see what we're doing. So what's nice about the remote though, not having to get out of the truck is nice. Got the pump remote right in the truck, so I haven't had to get out much at all today. More or less just to get out and stretch my legs. Tyler's down there incorporating. You can see all the seagulls. That's your general sign of some form of tillage. Those things will follow and plow around all day long. See what's been doing over at the city here. From here you can just see the skyline of Rochester. Although it's not really popping up on my camera. It's a little bit foggy. There. And maybe tomorrow will be clear with another look. I'll pick this video up tomorrow. Follow along. Alright, it is the next day now. Just getting my morning chores done here so we can get after hauling. The ladies just got their first round of breakfast here. Getting a little bite to eat before they go to the parlor. Looks like we're gonna get some sun today. The downfall is rain tomorrow, sun Thursday, rain Friday, sun Saturday. So not a consistent stretch, but maybe one of these days of rain will just turn into a light sprinkle. Freshly bedded sand. You think you're gonna take a nap? Huh? You girls want to join the party? We'll bed the front section tomorrow. Uncle Todd brought a load up, so we put her in. Trying to figure out what that line right there is in the hay. Not sure what that is. Looks like we're gonna have a good day. All right, we are back under the pipe. Just got Greg loaded, so we're gonna be running 2 trucks here. You can see there's quite a bit of sand starting to show. I think we should get this spanked today and potentially can start digging sand out tomorrow. Or potentially today. I don't, we'll see how the morning goes. But trouble is we got rain coming again. And every time we get rain, that fills this sucker up because all of our bunk runoffs, we're a complete collection farm. So all of these bunks drain into these drains into the lagoon. So that's a lot of water. It is high flow, so if we get a heavy downpour, it supposedly will come over the slope and just, run away. But just the day-to-day, seepage like that, it all gets collected. So it really adds up. I think our tentative plan is if we can get all the liquid out and get all the sand dug out, so the whole lagoon's completely empty and we're starting back at square one. After we take triticale off in May, hire a boat in, boat it out, and then you might spread a little bit on hay ground, but then we'll take weed off mid-July. Maybe we get a boat in again then. Suck it out. Even if you just did that, that would make a pretty big difference. So that's the tentative plan. We'll see how that all works out. A little bit. Yeah, we'll see how the day goes though. So now that we got 2 trucks running, we will unload at the bottom of the driveway. I'll get to the bottom and I'll just pull in the field so I'm facing uphill. But that way the tractor doesn't have near the run back and forth to the trucks. He's headed down right now with Greg's load, so I'm just kind of taking it easy getting down here. But we'll be able to truck it further down the field so he's not making the trips back and forth. And he'll be able to get unloaded a little faster. That's kind of how it works out. Now, if this field was further away and he was waiting on us down here, he would go up to the top and wait for us. You just got to adjust, adjust to every situation for every field. This driveway could use a little bit of work here. We had all those gully washers back in the spring that have kind of wrecked some of these driveways. They got a couple of their fields ripped off here yesterday. Still got this one down here, and they got some other ones, but those new combines do an awesome job with those cutter heads. Alright, gonna take a quick break for lunch here. You can see we're really getting down there now. I'm trying to just agitate right here, so when the manure flows in, it hopefully flows over to here, which is what it's doing. It doesn't look it because it's thick, slow moving manure, but it is flowing over to here. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see, the liquid is kind of trickling from the top and from the far side. It's kind of working its way around to the pump. So my thought is, if I can get all the liquid to flow to the pump, I can just keep pumping it out while we're digging. And once I'm able to get down in there, maybe I can push some sand over and kind of dam that up. So this is just a little pool here that the water stays in, and as it flows in, I can empty it while we're digging. That's my tentative thought. But yeah, we'll let this drain off, go do a quick bite skis here, and get right back after it. Breezy day. It is helping things dry. Like I said, I wish we'd just get a little more consistent weather, but what are you gonna do? Well, 3:30, this driveway is bone dry now. You guys saw the video this morning, or yesterday, whenever it was sloppy. We're kicking up dust now. See, we're right down in the flat. I'm able to drive right down the headland here, right down to him, so he's not having to drive all the way up. Further than I was this morning. zoom in when we get down here. Maybe I can. But you can see the skyline to Rochester clear as day today. All is good in the neighborhood. Tyler just pulled the slinger down and scooped out a few loads. I think he had to go clean barn, but once he's done with that, he can keep right on digging. We're ready to dig sand. So we'll probably be out of MANURE here about an hour. And then in the morning, I'll suck what we made overnight out, and we'll get right into the sand. Laying it on approximately, give or take, 12 to 15,000 to the acre, and working it in. He's in first gear, overlapping, just dumping it on as heavy as we can. And then, like I said, we'll come through with that field cultivator and work it in. You can see this little batch here. This is where we did the other day. 2 days ago, I guess it was. And worked it in. It's dry as a bone. Got real nice wind today. This breeze is really helping drying things out, like big time. This is good because this field needs it bad. Those of you guys remember when we chopped corn down here, it was real short. Probably our second lowest yielding field we had. So this will really help it. There's a lot of liquid gold out there. And this over here, this is all stuff that was too wet to plant this spring. We had a record wet year as far as, April to June. And that's when they took the wide open faucet and shut it off. And then we had a record dry July, August, and September. I'm pulling down here like this. I'm cranking it around so I can unload off my right because the wind is blowing hard that way. And if I'm facing any other direction, I absolutely paint my windows and mirrors. As you can see, that has happened. So, doing it like this seems to be working out pretty well. Then I can be empty and just pull right up out of here. Gosh darn mechanical cheeks. He's back there somewhere. There he comes. This way, his windows don't get covered in MANURE either. We're under motion. So that's the gist. That's what we're up to. Starting to fill in this back end. You can see where we did yesterday. That's what's worked up over there. Now we got this little gap in between. Just gonna fill that in. So dry enough, I can get down here, save them a little bit of travel again. All right, looks like I got about 20 minutes of sun yet, so I'm gonna scoop out 1 or 2 loads here. Yeah, we got ourselves a beach. We got ourselves a job here, so we're gonna get after it, guys. Gonna get after it. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. As I think I said earlier in this video, that was yesterday, so I'm not totally sure. Tell your friends, family, people you like, people you don't like, I don't care. Tell them all about the Goofy Dairy Farmer on YouTube. We'll see you guys in the next one. Rock on. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I smell like a bag of farts. I really stink. Caught the wind a handful of times today. Yeah, it's not good. It's alright. T-minus 2 minutes till we get to take a warm shower.